Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind. It's all about the grind. If you can't grind, you'll never make it. Because this game makes you grind. If you want a fleet carrier bad enough, you have to grind. And I've heard from a few that have said that they've learned that you have to grind. And they appreciate the push to grind because it's tough. It's tough to have to grind. And as I've told a few, Tuesday, April the 7th, we'll see. You know, we won't know for sure what it's about. Frontier hasn't been completely upfront and transparent about the fleet carrier, so we're just going to have to do the beta and see. And I was going to do the beta anyway, so we're going to see. And I got a lot more ideas now. Let me show you. My basic plans. The fleet carrier is going to be a motorhome for me. It's a movable station, as one person said. That it is my movable station. It's where I live. It's my home. And it's going to move around with me. And when I make plans to go someplace, I'm going to do multiple things there in that area. So, and there'll definitely a place here at Sothis and Cios, because this is where I make my money. And I'm only going to be mining not to make money, but to show you mining. And I have a mining video or two. If you do a search on mining, definitely one of them, I'm sure, that I've got on video. And so I think the fuel is going to be cheap enough, between $50 and $90 or 90 credits per ton. And the fuel tank is 1,000 tons, because it's 1 light year per ton of fuel of tritium. And in the beta, we will see tritium for the first time, and the costs and all those things, because we're going to find out. We're going to find out on April the 7th in 2 days. So the fleet carrier is going to be $5 billion, and for the beta we're not really sure. There is rumor that most of the time that this happens, where there is a ship or something coming in, an update during beta, it's 10% of the full price. So if that's true, it'll be about 500 million. As long as you got 500 million, you'll be able to purchase one just for the beta. Now, it's a complete separate instance from your main account. So when you go back to your main account, there's still the same amount of funds. My main account, I have 8.24 billion, and also people have said that in the past, Frontier has taken a snapshot 2 weeks prior to the beta of the Galaxy and the accounts, all the players' accounts and all of that. And they add the new functionality to that beta instance. So that I'll probably be about 6.3 instead of nearly 8.3 as of 2 weeks ago. So I can even afford the 5 billion if that's what it was. So, okay. The first place I'm sending the fleet carrier, we'll show you. Sys left. Sys left. I have already bookmarked it. Okay, we're here at Sothis and Cios. You can tell we're out in the boonies. Compared to, see, Soul's around there somewhere. But we are way over here. Okay. You got Sothis and Ceos, and where we're putting the... There we go. Right there. It's this Wedgedra TH-UC1614. And it's within like 18 light years of Ceos. And like 25 from Sothis. It's a single jump. And you're fixing to see why. All of these rings are icy. And you will find tritium in icy rings. This is an uninhabited system. Uninhabited. And it has icy rings. And so hopefully we don't have as much pirate issues, but we have 5 rings to mine. So, okay. So I wanted to show you that. Get my notes. Like we said, it will be 5 billion, and the beta could be 500 million just for the beta. And it's sold to individuals, not groups. You can invite groups, your friends, your squadron, or everybody. You have 500 maximum light year jump, and the fuel tank will hold enough fuel for 2 jumps. It takes an hour to build up, and it takes an hour to cool down. So for every jump, it's going to cost you 2 hours of just waiting. There'll be 12 to 13 places that will sail the fleet carrier, and I'm hoping Sothis, a station in Sothis and Ceos will be one of those, since it's so far out by itself. And you will have a showroom that you can visit on Tuesday of next week, which is the 7th, in 2 days, or this week. And in contacts, there will be a new tab called Fleet Carrier Vendor, and you click on that, and then there's a showroom, and you can see the different configurations, base configurations of the ships. There's a default, there is a trader, there's a miner, there's an explorer configuration. When you land on your carrier, you have a services, kind of like services that you have here, but it'll be called Fleet Carrier Management. So you can manage everything about your carrier from that screen. Now, you have one when you land on the carrier, and sys right. And if you're away from the carrier, so you got 3 tabs here, you have 2 here, there'll be a 3rd one added in the center, and it will be called Fleet Carrier Management if you have a fleet carrier, and you can manage it remotely. So that's kind of cool too. We like that. And there's a tritium depot. It's where you can supply tritium from your current ships. Now, there's no support ships. They have removed that from the development. A few years ago, they talked about support ships, and even last year they talked about support ships. Well, there's no longer support ships. Your ships are now the support ships. And you have to go out and buy or mine the tritium and bring it back to your fleet carrier and load it into the fuel tanks through the Tritium Depot or into your cargo space. So you have additional fuel. Your additional cargo is up to 25,000, but that's everything that you put on your carrier, your ships, your modules, all the services take up have weights and everything that's added. You can have up to 25,000. And your friends and squadrons can supply tritium or other cargo to your fleet carrier that you invite. You can deposit credits to your fleet carrier's account. So you'll have a balance that's your main balance, and then the fleet carrier will have a balance, and you can transfer funds over to it. I plan on in June transferring 1.5 to 2 billion credits into the fleet carrier balance, just to make sure I don't have to think about it for a while, and I'll top it off every once in a while. And you can have like a refuel, repair, restock, remote workshop. You can have outfitting, shipyard, and I believe you can have advanced maintenance too. The thing you can't have is universal cartographics at this point. Hopefully they'll change their mind and add it. But currently you cannot deposit your universal cartographics to your fleet carrier. They really do need to add that. In contacts up here you have bounty vouchers that you can turn in. Well, you can turn those into your fleet carrier when it's available. So that's pretty cool. You see where some stations have a black market. Well, you're now going to have kind of like a black market. It's called secure trading. You can carry illegal cargo on your fleet carrier without worry of the authorities scanning your fleet carrier and finding it. They cannot. But if you're trading in illegal cargo and ships are bringing it in and taking it out, it can affect your reputation. The authorities can put 2 and 2 together, or when they interrogate commanders, especially NPCs. Well, NPCs won't be landing at your carrier, but they can be tipped off that you're selling, and it can affect your reputation, but they can't fine you and they can't blow up your ship. For one, your fleet carrier is indestructible. No one, no aliens, no humans, no one, even yourself, you cannot inflict damage on your fleet carrier. Not that way anyway. Or, as far as I know, you cannot inflict damage. You can have livery, however you want to say that. If we were at Babbage, I could show you the cutter, but this is the Python, and it's a cobalt color with the fins on the side and the scoop in the back. And out on planets and in space, it glitters. It is really cool. Now in the hangar, it doesn't look as good as it does out on the planets and in space. My cutter is the same color and has a spoiler and fins, kind of like this, but of course the Python and the cutter are two completely different ships and completely different looks. This one's a medium ship, the cutter's a large. And when we get to Babbage, at times I will show you the cutter. Let's see. You can, I had mentioned the activity like the default, the explorer, the mining, and trader. So the different configurations of your fleet carrier. and the 1 hour power up and 1 hour power down. And let's say you get tired of paying the weekly upkeep and you want to sell it back. It's called decommission. Takes a whole week to decommission. Can't use it during that week, but by the end of the week you paid $5 billion, they'll give you $4 billion, so you're going to lose $1 billion if you decommission. On April the 7th, we have betas and PC only on April the 7th. No consoles. Now in May, they have a console and PC beta. I'm not sure how long the betas last. The one on Tuesday, I don't know if it's for a day or a week or whatever. I don't know. We'll find out. Is this right? In Codex, you have Pilot's Handbook. There will be a tab for fleet carriers in here. So it'll have all kinds of subjects that you can read about if you have questions. And like I said, mine is just going to be a traveling station for me. It goes where I want to go. And I'm going to, if the fuel's not too bad in cost, and if I can stay ahead of it with doing cargo runs, I'm going to take it everywhere I go. So it's going to come along in all my ships, all my modules, everything's going to come with me all the time. So, and I'll be taking the fleet carrier when I go to a different area. And then my base is here at Sothis and Ceos because of the cargo missions. Because I can make, if I'm not doing videos, I can make 500 million per day. But because I'm doing cargo missions, it's closer to 200 to 250 million per day. Because it takes so much time to produce and edit and video and capture and all those things. It just takes so much time. Hey, we have to get over to Sothis Mining to pick up a load where we can cross that 8.25. We're about 9 and little less than 9.1 million away. So let's go over there and get that cargo so we can deliver it. So from Sothis Mining Station.
Docking clamps retracted. You may leave when ready.
We can't leave when we're ready. There's another python up there. So that's what our python looks like from the bottom, something like that. Except for it doesn't have fins like we have fins. It looks more like a stock one. Yep, that's more stock. So we have the spoiler and the fins on the side. Make sure you look to the bottom of the video to the right and click that subscribe button. That helps me with YouTube and doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't cost you anything. So, but it'll really help me out, and you'll also be notified when I create new videos for fleet carriers and other things.
India, this port is under federal control. Submit to randomized security scans on approach.
And underneath the video, at the bottom of the description, you'll find ways to donate. Yeah, must be hungry, thinking of donuts. Donate. That'd really help us out. Because this is a major undertaking to create over 500 videos, and the costs for hardware, software, production equipment, and sound equipment, and all those kinds of things. So if you could help us out, we'd really appreciate it. Underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, where, like I said, we have over 500 videos of about everything you can find in Elite Dangerous. And I'm sure there's a few things that maybe I'm not as comfortable at or something like that. We might not have, but about everything that I do, we have it in there, from working with the engineers to collecting materials like raw materials and manufactured and coated materials like at Dab's Hope and Jameson Crash Site, collecting the Guardian FSD booster from the Guardian Surface Site, collecting meta alloys from the Thargoid Surface Site, and there's scavengers there. And what I understand, you can also, if you kill the scavengers, you will collect ARXs too. So I didn't know that when I was out there. So I don't know all the drawbacks from killing scavengers, but you might want to find out. I have videos of interdictions, lots of them. Like I have 2 videos of 7 interdictions, and I got one of 6 in the cutter, where I had 6 interdictions, and the cutter is not quite so easy to handle with interdictions as the Python. So I use the Python because it's just so much more comfortable for me. And Sothis mining is a small medium station, and the cutter can't land on it. And all of our big awards from palladium and gold come from Sothis mining. So I mean, we could still do okay with the cutter, but the last time I did videos or did cargo in the cutter, there's not as much. There's certainly not 720 cargo spaces available in missions to one location, from one location. Sis left. Turn on Super Cruise Assist. We have to watch our sensor because them pirates have superpowers. They can just pop out of thin space right behind you. I mean, you can't do that. Nobody else can do that, but pirates can. So you got to be prepared for it. Because the developers have a special love for their pirates. So they've given them superpowers. And they can travel across the system in seconds, where the rest of us can't do that. Those pirates will try to push you into the planets and into stars. So you just have to watch and drop down from Super Cruise Assist and slow down if they do that. Oh, it's hard to get it right. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
Yeah, it's hard to get with my controllers right on 99. So we're at Sothis Mining, so we can pick up a load and carry it somewhere. So we'll find out. Sis left. I usually take the oldest ones first, so we have one going to New Dawn. It's a 180 gold, which will be about 8.2 million. So we'll probably start with that one. And we only need about 9.1. I think 9.1.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
We will see here. Yep, about 9.1 million. Yeah, we didn't go to the hangar. I like going to the hangar, so. Sis left. So deliver 172, 180. And we're going to take this one because there's just a few, 8. But that one will pay like 8.2 million. Sis left. Yep, 8.277. Need to find another new home. Or New Dawn. New Dawn, 180. Whoa, we can really do it. Boom, 180 gold. New Dawn. So this is another 8.2, so it's like 16.4 total. Sis left. Another 8.277. New Dawn, boom, 84 gold. To New Dawn. Sis left. It's about 19 million in all. 88, help 88 of gold. Yep.
Cargo hold at
I think we're
maximum capacity.
About 19 million, something like that. So, sis left. See how many cargo spaces we have left. Sis left. Sis left. We have 19, so we can take on one more cargo mission. So you can take up to 20, or hold up to 20, or what they call stack 20. And you know how I feel about people that tell you you can't stack missions. You watch any of my videos, it's like, Frontier allows you to take 20, so why can't you take more than one? Okay, sis left. Sis left. Voice attack gets very hard of hearing. I mean, it's good sometimes, and other times, oh, you can forget it. It's just so bad. I mean, it's just like Elite Dangerous. It's got bugs in it like crazy, and so does my Oculus Rift. It's got bugs. I mean, it loses tracking quite often. And Elite Dangerous has got bugs all over the place, like stuck throttles and where it turns you 180, where the pirates can have special powers and they shouldn't, and just all kind. There's just lists and lists and lists of all the issues.
Gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Be sure to look to the bottom right and click that subscribe button. It helps me out with YouTube. Doesn't cost you a penny, but it sure helps me out with YouTube.
2, 1, engage.
And you're notified when I create more of the fleet carrier videos. Underneath the video, at the bottom of the description, there's ways to donate. Please consider donating to the cause. Of creating all these videos. 'Cause we got over 500 videos. Underneath the video to the left, under our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG, is where you'll find all those videos. So hopefully you'll learn something by watching my videos. That's the idea, that I show you in detail how to do what I have done to gain Trader Elite status and Explorer Elite status, and 8.25, which are fixing to be billion in credits. And I will be purchasing a fleet carrier when they're available in June, and participating in the beta on April the 7th. It starts at 5 a.m. on Central Time, and that's 11 UTC. So we go through about 4 to 7 every Super Cruise run in COs. So it's a real pain, but it's working as intended. That's what Frontier says. So they want it to be a pain. I don't know why, but they like frustrating their customers. And they're really good at it. They're the best at frustrating their customers of any company. Any game company. Yeah, to me, it's a good game, but it's not a great game. It's got too many issues to be a great game. And I wish Frontier would actually care. They don't. They don't care. Sis left. So we got to watch our sensor and move away if a pirate uses his superpowers and just appears out of thin space right behind us. Now, when it gets under about 1.5 million meters, a lot of times we'll just take our chances. But over that, we have to consider moving away until we take them on. Sis left.
Romeo Golf India. The Federation welcomes you, Commander, to this port.
We're going to deliver these cargo missions, and then we'll head back to Sothis mining, and that will be the completion of this video.
Authorization cleared. Please land on pad 3-8. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
But please subscribe, please donate, and please watch more of my videos. Really help me out. I'm hoping the videos are entertaining and educational, where they help make your game better. Sis up. I use Voice Attack. It's a utility, speech recognition utility. I don't know if it's on the consoles, but it's on the PC. And then I map my some of my controls to voice, like I can turn and look side to side and my panels don't pop up, which they would always get in the way, like this upper panel. Like if you're trying to fight interdictions and stuff, and those panels would pop up and your controllers wouldn't work, or mine wouldn't.
Touchdown sequence complete. Securing ship. You're all checked in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
We need 9.1 roughly. 8.2. So now we need about 0.8. And this is another 8.2. We broke the 2.5. Which was our intention. And we actually broke 8.26. Is this right? And we still got 8 somewhere that we have to find. There it is. It's a partial. I want to take up every unit of my 280 cargo capacity. Make as much money as we possibly can for our fleet carriers. So fleet carrier is going to take up 5 million or 5 billion. So we'll have 3.2, and I'll probably put 1.5 billion into the fleet carrier account in June when I buy it. That will give me well over a year and closer to 2 years worth of upkeep if I do that. So sis right? Sis right? Sis left? We're going to Sothis mining, and that will conclude this video. And when we get to close to 8.3, we'll have another video. That's why these are called the day-to-day grind, because we're grinding for fleet carriers, and we bring you the latest that we know about the fleet carriers on every video. But we made it to 2.6 or 8.26. That's what I'm trying to say. In the next video, we'll be trying to hit the 8.3.
Landing gear retracted.
Docking clamps retracted. You may leave when ready.
Underneath the video to the right, you'll see that subscribe button. Please press that. It doesn't cost you anything at all. And you will be notified when I produce new videos, like preparing for fleet carriers and even the fleet carrier beta testing. I'm going to have videos on that.
DeLacy, Romeo Golf, India. This is Federal Flight Control. You're clear for approach. Ensure you submit a request before touching down, Commander.
Underneath the video in the description, you'll find ways to donate. please consider donating. It'll really help us out. It's an enormous undertaking
2, 1,
to create all these videos. And check out my YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. You'll see it below the video to the left. Is this left? So we're going to dock at Sothis Mining, so we're ready to make another load, to gather another load, and that way, at that point, it will conclude this video. I do appreciate you coming along. I really do, and those that have subscribed and donated already, and it's much appreciated. And those that comment on our comment section of the videos, I appreciate that. I do thank you for your comments, and I thank you for watching the video, like I always say. I know it's kind of form letter-ish, but I really mean that. And I do try to answer the best of my ability based on what I know. But especially working with Frontier, sometimes you just have to wait for the beta and see what's there, because they're not always transparent about information. So you just have to wait and see. At least it's only 2 more days as of the publication of this video. And then we're going to get to find out. It does take me a little bit to, of course, record the video and edit the video and then publish the video, and it takes quite a while to put all that together. So please check out those videos, like a few videos ago, put in Anaconda Destroy. I was in the station in Cios, and I was behind an anaconda, and the station just opens fire on him, just blows him to pieces. So you'll want to check that one out. And I got a look at a Guardian skimmer, which is an old legacy skimmer. It's still in the game, but it's very rare, people tell me. And that's because I have 2,100 hours. I get to see rare things, because of course if you play that many and it's a random thing, you're going to see them. So check out, just type in Guardian skimmer and you'll see it shoots a missile at me, and the missile blows up right in front of me. And check out those skimmer and stinger hunting videos. Those are quite entertaining. If you get a good cover, they can't get a shot off, because they have to want to lock in on your SRV. And if they can't lock in, they don't shoot. Is this left?
docking request granted.
Check out that Guardian surface site too. We had to defend ourselves against Guardian sentinels, and that is one creepy place. Just like the Thargoid surface site, that's a pretty creepy place. And watch the videos on scanning planets for your explorer ranking, and using the Road to Riches website
Landing gear deployed.
to find Earth-like planets, water worlds, and high metal content planets, and scanning those. And at times you can make over 800,000 per scan, and other times it's to a 300,000 per scan.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
But the main thing is your ranking, your Explorer ranking will grow the more of those that you scan. Make sure you always discovery scan after every jump, because you can cash that in on the universal cartographics also. Okay. Well, we're back at Sothis mining. We're also at 8.26. That was our goal. In the next video, we'll be shooting for 8.3. So until then, thank you for watching.